Despite all that threatening strength you've got, there are animals out there that make even crocodiles look weak. In fact, one of them hunts and feeds on crocodiles regularly. I'm gonna put you face to face with 6 of the most powerful animals in nature. We'll analyze what would actually happen in a real encounter with each one, and you'll discover which ones prove you're not nearly as strong as you think you are. The first opponent, lion. The king of the jungle and the second largest big cat after the tiger, weighing between 330 and 550 pounds. Known for its strategic prowess in battles, but lions don't usually attack crocodiles. In fact, it's often the other way around. Why? Because you crocodiles are foolish enough to gamble with your life. Usually, when a lion gets close to your river, you get intrigued by its beautiful form and think it's just another easy meal, like you've had many times before. You start moving closer, submerged underwater, and when you think the distance is close enough for a strike, you lunge with incredible speed. You clamp your powerful jaws onto the lion's leg. Well, this was easier than you thought. The lion roars, and the sound shakes your entire skull, but that won't make you change your mind. Your jaw muscles are so strong, it won't be able to escape. This seems like an easy meal, until you find out that lions are the only big cats that live in groups, which can number up to 20 individuals, which means you'll soon become a family dinner. But let's say you're lucky enough to come across a lonely lion, one with social anxiety that decided to wander off alone. After grabbing that leg, you move into your signature technique, the death roll. But this time, you're facing an entirely different kind of opponent. The lion's foreleg is so strong that it can easily drag prey weighing over 1,000 pounds. It's hard to spin with such power, especially on land. So you're left with only one choice: drag him into the water, where you can fight more comfortably. You start feeling something tickling your back. It's the lion trying to plant its claws into you. Fortunately, the scales on your back are reinforced with bone, making them almost bulletproof. But lions are smart fighters. Once it figures out your back is off limits, it starts searching for a weaker, more vulnerable spot. And sure enough, it finds one: your belly. The lion drives in all 5 claws, each up to 2 inches long. This caused enough pain to make you release his leg and apologize for the disturbance. But surely the lion will not forgive a lizard that tried to end his existence. It lunges forward with its canines, each about 4 inches long, which sink deep into the soft tissue of your neck and clamp down on your windpipe. The lion holds this bite for a full 5 minutes until your massive body finally stops thrashing. But what if I told you you still have one last card? The death roll. Usually meant to dismember your prey, but here it serves a different purpose: freeing yourself. If you can complete even 1 or 2 full rotations, you might be able to break free from the lion's hold and make a desperate lunge back toward the water. The death roll is essentially the crocodile's reset button in a fight gone wrong. It's one of the few moves that works both in water and on land. But if you think about it, your chances of winning this fight depend heavily on how close you are to the water. If you'd been in the water, or even right at the edge, the lion wouldn't have stood a chance. You could have easily dragged him in. And that's where you get to work your magic on him without any limits. He can't breathe down there, and he definitely can't match your speed. Here's the thing: the lion is nothing compared to what's coming. The second opponent, hippo. Despite looking like a chubby river horse, hippos are considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. It kills more humans in Africa than any other large animal, around 500 per year. That's more than you, the tiger, and the lion combined. The fight usually starts because of you. You see, hippos are highly territorial. When you try to snatch a kill near its territory, it takes it personally. And instead of retreating like most animals would, it charges straight at you with its mouth wide open. And what a mouth it is. Hippos have massive jaws that can open up to 150 degrees, revealing tusks that can grow up to 20 inches long, about the length of a human arm. And they aren't for munching plants, by the way. They're for sending things to the afterlife. But with your agility in the water, you can dodge it. Your first thought after that would likely be to strike back with a bite, just like you would with any opponent. But a hippo's hide can be nearly 1.5 inches thick in places, with a thick layer of fat underneath. Your teeth would have a hard time getting any grip. And even if you somehow manage to clamp down on a leg, it won't help at all. Hippos can weigh over 6,000 pounds. The death roll that works so magnificently on zebras and wildebeest barely nudges this massive tank of an animal. If the fight drags on too long, you're in deep doo-doo. Hippos have incredible stamina in the water, while your ambush predator metabolism isn't built for prolonged battles. At this point, I hope you realize how spicy your situation is and back off. If you don't, the hippo will find a way to clamp down with its bite force of 1,800 psi. Its tusks sharp enough to pierce your body completely. Those armored osteoderms on your back, which normally protect you from other predators, are like paper against these tusks. One pierces your back and pops out from your belly. The other crushes through 3 ribs. By using its immense neck strength, it thrashes its head violently from side to side. Every shake makes the damage worse. The beast uses all its weight to smush you down to the bottom of the river, pressing you into the mud. In just a few minutes, you can barely move at all. Your insides are crushed and you're drowning all at the same time. The hippo might keep attacking you even after you stop moving, just to make sure you're no longer a problem. Sometimes it'll drag your lifeless body to the shore as a warning to other crocodiles. You see, most encounters with a hippo end in your death, or in a retreat scarred and humbled. As for victory, it's out of the question. Unless the hippo is young or under the weather, and even then, it comes at a heavy price. Basically, the hippo is kind of a nightmare for crocodiles, unless you want to test your luck with it again. The third opponent, great white shark. The apex predator of the open ocean, weighing up to 5,000 pounds and stretching over 20 feet long. Most crocodiles can't survive in the open ocean, but the saltwater crocodile can. It's the only crocodile species with the ability to handle ocean waters, which makes it the perfect candidate for this matchup. But if you watched this video, you already know that. The fight starts the moment the shark detects you with its incredible sense of smell and electroreception that can detect the electrical signals from your muscles. The shark circles you first. That's what they always do before a fight. They circle to assess. Then the shark makes its decision. It descends into deeper water, fleeing from you after realizing it cannot defeat a legend like you. Just kidding. It's actually gathering momentum for a perfect attack. Great whites are ambush predators too, and their signature move is the vertical strike from below. The shark rockets upward at 25 miles per hour, building momentum. Then you feel rows of teeth clamp down on your midsection with a bite force of around 4,000 psi, more than double what you can deliver. Your armor means nothing here because sharks don't bite and hold like you do. They bite, tear, and retreat, causing massive blood loss with each pass. In this situation, you don't have any chance of winning. While you're trying to position yourself for a bite, the shark's already circling for another strike. So if this fight happens out in the open ocean, I'm afraid it'll end badly for you. But if you're lucky enough to be near shallow water, then you might still survive. Use the moment when the shark pulls back to prepare for another strike and make a run for the shallows. But the truth is, geography determines everything in this matchup. In coastal waters, shallow reefs, or river mouths, you actually have the advantage. The shark struggles to maneuver in water less than 10 feet deep, while you move with agility and precision. The farther you venture into deep, open ocean, the more the odds shift against you. Alright, time to deal with a different kind of monster. The fourth opponent, jaguar. The third largest big cat in the world, spanning up to 6 feet long and weighing up to 250 pounds. Jaguars have the strongest bite of any big cat, and it can reach 1,500 psi, powerful enough to crush turtle shells and pierce through skulls. This fight usually starts because the jaguar is hungry. Yes, it's that simple. The best time for a jaguar to target you is when you're basking on the riverbank. Most of the time you're completely oblivious to its presence, and you never hear it coming, because jaguars are ambush hunters with incredible stealth. When it gets close enough, it pounces with incredible speed. You feel an explosive force on your back. The jaguar lands directly on top of you with all its weight, and before you can even process what's happening, it does something no other big cat would dare attempt. It goes straight for your skull. Those massive 2-inch canines designed specifically for piercing armor and bone punch straight through your skull, heading right for your brain. You try to thrash, but the jaguar's claws are already dug deep into your armored back, anchoring itself in place. It sticks to you like glue, impossible to shake off. This reminds me of those videos of cowboys on angry bulls. You attempt your signature death roll, the move that's saved your bacon countless times before. But with the jaguar's weight pressing down and its claws locked into your scales, you can barely rotate halfway. Your powerful tail swings violently, trying to yeet the jaguar off your back. But it's too well positioned and perfectly balanced on top of you. Nothing matters against this specialized killer. Within seconds, you feel your massive body go rigid. Then your legs stop responding to commands. The jaguar's bite is so precisely placed that it's already caused catastrophic damage to your brain. Your body simply shuts down. The jaguar holds the bite for another minute, just to be sure. Then it drags your lifeless body up into a tree to feed in peace. Let's be brutally honest, fighting off a jaguar is nearly impossible. Your best defense is never letting it get close in the first place. Stay in deeper water, avoid basking in dense vegetation, and keep your head on a swivel when you're on land. Because once those jaws clamp down on your skull, the fight's already decided. The fifth opponent? Anaconda. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect this one. The largest snake in the world by weight, growing up to 26 feet long and weighing up to 440 pounds. It's basically a living rope made of pure muscle, capable of squeezing the life out of large animals like you. This fight starts in the shallow waters and muddy banks of South America, where your territories overlap. The anaconda's hunting, using its excellent swimming ability to patrol the murky waters. When the anaconda spots you, the first thing it does is assess whether you're worth the hustle. If it decides you are, it submerges completely, moving through the water with barely a ripple. You don't even know it's there. The anaconda approaches from behind, using the murky water as camouflage. Then, with explosive speed, it strikes. Over 100 razor-sharp teeth sink into your body, usually targeting your midsection. These teeth aren't meant to kill. They're anchors, designed to keep you from escaping what comes next. Within seconds, thick muscular coils begin wrapping around your body. The anaconda's using your own body as leverage, wrapping more of itself around you with each passing second. You feel the pressure building immediately. You try to bite the snake and manage to puncture the anaconda's muscular flesh. But you're not hitting any vital organs. The anaconda's body is pure muscle, covered in thick, elastic skin. You can wound it, but you can never deliver a killing blow to a coil. You try to snap with your tail, that powerful appendage that can break bones. But the anaconda's body's incredibly flexible and absorbs the impact. It's like hitting a thick rubber tire. There's no solid structure to break. The snake simply flexes with the blow, and the coil tightens even more in response to your struggle. The pressure's unlike anything you've ever experienced. Your ribs begin to complain under the strain. The anaconda keeps tightening its grip with every breath you exhale. This is the key to its killing method. Every time your lungs deflate, the coils cinch tighter, preventing you from fully inhaling again. It's actually reading your body, feeling every movement and every breath through its incredibly sensitive skin. After several minutes, your body goes limp. But the anaconda doesn't release. It holds the constriction for another 10 minutes, ensuring you're completely dead. Anacondas have learned the hard way that large prey can sometimes play dead and then fight back, so it won't be making the same mistake again. 10 minutes go by and the anaconda finally begins to uncoil. Then comes the truly horrifying part. It starts to swallow you whole. Then, over the course of several hours, your entire massive body disappears down the anaconda's throat. Your chances of winning this fight are slim, but they do exist under very specific circumstances. If the anaconda is young or not fully grown, say under 15 feet, you might be able to overpower it before the coils build up enough pressure. A smaller anaconda doesn't have the body mass to fully wrap around your thick torso, and in that narrow window, your bite could be lethal. And location matters desperately here. If the attack happens in very shallow water, barely a foot deep, you have a chance to thrash your way to the muddy bank and use solid ground as leverage. You could potentially scrape the snake off against rocks or logs. Some crocodiles have survived anaconda attacks this way, managing to beach themselves and roll violently until the snake loosens its grip enough to escape. The sixth opponent, tiger. The largest and most powerful big cat in the world, weighing between 400 and 660 pounds. When you're basking on a muddy bank, warming your cold-blooded body in the afternoon sun, that's when a tiger's most likely to strike out of nowhere. In the mangrove swamps of the Sundarbans and the rivers of India, tigers have learned that crocodiles are edible, and their meat's incredibly tasty. When a tiger spots you, it approaches through the tall grass with absolute silence, using the same stalking skills it uses on deer. You don't hear it or see it until it's too late. The tiger explodes from the vegetation and lands on your back with all 500 pounds of muscle and momentum. You feel claws digging deep into your armored scoots. Each claw is up to 4 inches long, and they're designed to grip struggling prey. It anchors itself to you like it's climbing a tree, and then slides into your back with surgical precision. Its jaws seek the one soft, ancient vulnerability every crocodile carries: the back of the neck, just behind the skull plate where the spine is exposed. The fangs sink through muscle and nerves in a single crushing bite, packing 1,050 psi of force. The tiger severs the spinal cord, shutting down your nervous system as if flipping a switch. Then, everything goes dark. Once your body slackens, the tiger drags you deeper into the reeds, away from the water, and begins eating, starting at the soft belly. Delicious. Against a tiger, your only hope is distance and awareness. If you spot it first, you have a chance. If you can react in time and launch yourself into the water. There, the advantage shifts dramatically. In water, your body becomes a torpedo, and although tigers are skilled swimmers, they could never match you. But here's the problem. You almost never see the tiger first. They're skilled stalkers, able to conceal their presence with ease thanks to their silent footwork honed over millions of years.